To start out attacking, I like to come all the way to far right side to get underneath their high ground. You can grab across, you could roll across. Either way, they're probably going to see you. Most times, though, people don't always stay up here. A lot of times they drop around the corner. Then if there are some dragging behind, you just boop them off. But now you're on top of them, behind them, you can just shoot at them and pressure them. And then when your team is pushed up, boop them out. I drop boop here because it's a double, so why not? If you want to go right in, there's a bounce off this car, which is pretty cool. You can hit all three of the windows off of it. But that's more so if after you've initiated and then someone flanks up there, you can quickly do that. Once the cards push up to like this corner, they're gonna back off a little farther back to that around there, and then you can just jump off and slam onto them, or you can just grapple the top of it. Grapple, it's just high enough to slam, or you can spin around it and then jump off the car to slam them. If there's a widow on that far side, it's hard to get to her. A couple like this can be slow, but it does just make it. But I like to come down these stairs and then just swing up onto them and slam. From the stairs as well, you can jump off the car to hit people, the widow that plays in this window. After you win that fight, and they might be coming back for that stall, I just set up here, because you can see as they're coming in, and then just slam right onto them. Or drop behind quickly, boop in, then slam. And then you can just spin around point, slam off point. Very easy. For a second, they normally set up on that first bridge high ground. You can come all the way under here and grab this square on the canisters. You can grab that to swing and boop them off. Or you can grab like in the middle of the canisters up a little higher, and then you can swing around behind them and boop them off again. You can also just grab this part of the bridge when you're galled behind them, and this would boop the entire high ground. Just watch out for stuns. And then when they're backed up the last corner, there's people playing on the left side, main, right side. I like to play on top of these canisters. You can play above them and scout out, and then go on the left side or go on the right side, whichever you see an easier target. You can also window jump this high ground or just jump off this barrel, and it's easy to slam the supports that play in that window. You can also come all the way underneath and boop out tanks or whoever's playing down there. There's also a grapple like this, so you can just launch on into this window or launch into the other window if anyone's playing there. And then third point, normally they play pretty far back, so you can come all the way underneath left or across right into the old spawn. Either way, they're gonna see you going forward, so they'll know you're behind. I then just drop down and you can boop them out and quickly slam. You can also boop the people playing on the bridge. They might not go off, but displacing them off the bridge makes them have to take a long route underneath to get back up. If there's someone playing on that ledge, you can quickly grapple and bounce off the black box. You can wall jump off the wall, or you can just jump off the black box if you can't do those. You can also just sit in this corner, grab a corner like this, and it's a perfect swing around to boop out that window. But for when they're playing back here, you just want to get behind them again, going far coast side through the castle, and then boot them and slam. All these little posts are very easy corner jumps. There's wall jumps like these that are very easy because it's very angled in, so you can get to the high grounds very easily, and then from up there, pressure them from an off angle. Or you can grapple all the way around to hit a slam onto the high ground or the whoever's playing low ground. For defending, I like to set up in the blue building, just waiting up here. As the cart comes close, your team will be on the corner or high ground, and then you have the opportunity to slam in, shoot them, and then move out. If you win the fight, set back up, but if not, then take the next high ground. As they're coming around the corner, you're going to be above them on that off angle, and then you can drop in, boop them in, slam them. And then even as they continue around, I like to come from high ground to slam for free. You can also just jump off cart. For second point, I like to hide in this room up here, pressure whoever comes up here, but then you just have a free slam when they come out. If your team's holding really close, then you can go underneath behind them and slam. But just be careful because a tight room, you won't have much peel or healing. But from this window, you can also rotate to these barrels or to the even farther back high ground. So it's a very easy escape route, and just to rotate back to where the fight is happening. Then come behind them, move them in this way, or you can come from this high ground, boot them in this way. Just you have lots of options. There's lots of flank routes, lots of high ground to use. When they're playing here, once again, you have like 3 high grounds that you can come from. You can go underneath them, underneath your old spawn to boot them in. top left high ground, or you can come from the far right high ground to go on them. So for third, I like to set up basically on the second point, because you can hide from when they come out, and then when they come out, you can slam right on top of them. The tanks normally play a little farther up, so you can just slam a squishy as the tanks are distracted, or just boop the tanks in. And you can also rotate them to the side, and if they're pushed up, this is a very easy boop sometimes. Depending on how close they're playing on the edge, you can one boop it, or you can double it. If you're flanking and then they decide to pressure you and you get stuck in this castle, this tower, you can hit this spiral, I guess it's called. Just quickly swing around and get out for free and kill them. And then for this corner, you can quickly drop off the bridge behind them and boop them in and slam. Last choke you set up here. As they're coming in, you slam them all. Or you can come from high ground, drop down underneath to boop them in. Or you can slam the people playing on bridge and then boop them in. You can also swing high and far again to go on the Widowmaker if they're playing in that window, this one far back window. Or you can just come all the way underneath. I want to thank you guys for your continuous support on this series. We are now 2 off of 700, and I wouldn't be surprised if by the time I upload we are at 700. So PogChamp. So thank you guys again. If you're watching this video as it's coming out, I'm streaming right now. My link in the description. Feel free to stop by.